Hello, YouTube friends. Look at this. You know what this means? It means Holly got herself some more books. Some of you might remember at the beginning of this year, I made a proclamation that I was going to put a little pause on buying books, and I think that made me buy them at a faster rate. So we'll see about the second half of the year. Maybe I can make some kind of deal with myself. But today's just an opportunity to enjoy this haul. I've opened these up, but I'm going to open them for the first time with you guys. Doing my best to hold the camera today. I'm not sure how well that's going to work. Ooh, baby. All right, so I've made mention of this before in previous videos that I am building right now, kind of rebuilding my DVD collection, I guess Blu-ray too, but I am not about streaming. It's making me mad now. It's making me mad. I don't like it. So anyway, I've already talked about this in a previous video. So I'm either buying the movies that I really loved and keeping them forever, as long as I have a player, and I'm trying to find some of the ones that I didn't see the first time around, this being one of them. And I have heard amazing things. Sorry about my very messy desk. I've heard amazing things about this movie, and of course, most of these actors, I remember her, but I can't recall her name. What's her name? It says Linda Fiorentino. Anyway, I'm really looking forward to watching this. My husband's seen it, so I'll watch it with him. Boy, do I hate those stickers. I'll take them off later. So I'm sure a lot of you have seen this movie. One of the most talked about movies of the year is also one of the funniest in this hilarious comic fantasy from writer-director Kevin Smith, whose only movie I've really seen is Chasing Amy. I think my husband may have tried to get me to watch Clerks, but I don't think I did. So I love Chasing Amy, though. Two banished angels, who are played by Ben Affleck and Matt Damon, find a loophole that would get them back into heaven. The only snag, they'll be destroying existence in the process in an effort to stop them. The overworked voice of God, Alan Rickman. Oh, how beautifully cast. Oh, and I just saw a thing with Kevin Smith about how Alan Rickman was totally on board for this immediately. Pretty sure it was this movie. Tap cynical mortal Bethany, Linda Fiorentino, to save the world by preventing the angels from reaching their unholy destination, New Jersey. All right, so anyway, I'll be watching that the next couple of days. We will give a little report on it. I'm sure it'll be good. So I got that. I'm excited to watch that. And then I got this book, which I have been looking at for weeks now. These stickers just kill me. Oh, I like when they come off easy, though. So The Beautiful Fall, Fashion Genius and Glorious Excess in 1970s Paris, with this whimsical cover. I love it. There's another cover, but it must be for either the hardback or newer editions. All right, so in the night, oops, let's make this focus. Is it gonna focus? That's pretty good. In the 1970s, Paris fashion exploded like a champagne bottle left out in the sun. Amid sequins and longing, celebrities and aspirants flocked to the heart of chic, and Paris became a hothouse of revelry, intrigue, and searing ambition. At the center of it all were fashion's most beloved luminaries, Yves Saint Laurent, the reclusive enfant terrible, and Karl Lagerfeld. You like my attempt there? And Karl Lagerfeld, the flamboyant freelancer with the talent for reinvention. And they divided Paris into two fabulous halves. Their enduring rivalry is chronicled in this dazzling expose of an era of social ambitions, shared obsessions, and the mesmerizing quest for beauty. I mean, so up my alley. I'm so excited to read this. It's got pictures in it. Always excellent when you're reading this kind of material. Oy, look at that. Oh my God, look how beautiful. So I am no fashion plate myself. I am a jeans and t-shirt kind of gal. I'm just way more into comfort. And I also don't have the most giant budget. But even when I did, I just bought more expensive t-shirts and jeans. Anyway, I have been really interested in this whole world since I was a young teenager. I started reading magazines in about seventh grade, I think. Before that, my mom always had People and Us magazines floating around, probably a Good Housekeeping, something like that. But I very much got into magazines in junior high and high school. Some of my favorites were Interview magazine. I started reading that in junior high. I got that for years, and gosh, do I wish I had those back issues. And then after that, what else did I get? I got Elle magazine. I actually had a charter subscription to it when it very began. Just, oh my gosh, look at Karl Lagerfeld. Wow. He looks like he should be in excess. Um, Anyway, I got Elle magazine, the U.S. version. The moment you could subscribe to it, I did. So I had a charter subscription for a couple of years. Kind of wish I'd kept that up. And I used to read international fashion magazines. It was just really interesting to me, even though it's just for me personally, I'm not a fancy person, but I really love it, and I can't wait to read this book. So that's one of them. I'll report back, and then Dogma, I'm looking forward to. And the second one I got, I think this is yoga stuff. Let's see if I can open this without giving you guys seasickness. Ay, ay, ay. All right. Yep, looks pretty yoga-ish to me. Cutting Through Spiritual Materialism. I really was drawn to this book when I read a couple of reviews about it. So, one of the sort of personal struggles I have as a yoga teacher who was born and raised in Northern California is that I'm taking somebody else's, cultural teachings and acting like, well, I hope I don't act like this, but the idea that you're a yoga teacher is the idea that you can teach yoga, right? And I feel a little bit like that's a misnomer. Like I myself am learning yoga right now and will be for the rest of my life because I can't believe how many different deep dives you can do into what is such a beautiful philosophical framework and, just it's pretty amazing. In this modern spiritual classic, the Tibetan meditation master Chogyam Trungpa, sorry if I mispronounced, highlights the commonest pitfall to which every aspirant on the spiritual path falls prey, what he calls spiritual materialism. So this is sort of a thing that it pops up a lot in Western yoga, right? And we sort of carry this. I feel I'm carrying this as a teacher, like how to be respectful of the culture, how not to act like a know-it-all, how to present this as something I'm learning too. And so I feel like this might help me do that. The universal human tendency he shows is to see spirituality as a process of self-improvement, the impulse to develop and refine the ego when the ego is by nature essentially empty. The problem is that ego can convert anything to its own use, he said, even spirituality. His incisive, compassionate teachings serve to wake us from this trick we all play on ourselves and to offer us a far brighter reality, the true and joyous liberation that inevitably involves letting go of the self rather than working to improve it. Ooh, interesting clarification. It is a message that has resonated with students for nearly 30 years and remains fresh as ever today. So anyway, back to what I was talking about. I'm very careful. I've tried really hard through the years, especially as I got a couple years into my teaching. I tried very hard to make sure I was honoring the roots and giving credit where credit's due and citing my sources. And I think I've done it more than my particular crowd really needs or expects, but it's been important to me. So I'm hoping to use this book to kind of cut through some of that. And I don't know, just offer, I hope, I don't know, authentic may not be the word I'm looking for, but I just want to be respectful. And I think this book, why did I shake the camera like that? I think as a Western teacher of an Eastern philosophy, it's really important that we keep our eye on this. So I'm going to be reading that, hopefully. How many pages is it? Let's see. I've noticed the type's the font is a pretty good size. That's good. So what is that, 237? So it's probably like something around there, 250 maybe with the index. With the references in the back. All right, so cutting through spiritual materialism. And then last and not least is mudra. Oh, I'm in my classes right now. So I teach strictly online now. I gave up my in-person classes a couple months ago. And in my online classes, I try to add a little bit of extra something every month. So we have like a little bit of a extra focus. Did I peel that off successfully? I think so. And this month I'm working on mudras. So this book's a little late because we have only like 3 more classes in May. But I fascinated. Oh, I didn't realize that these books are by the same people. That's probably how I probably found this one and then that one popped up. Um, so I'm going to read this book and I'm going to continue. Oh, look, I like that illustration. I'm going to continue taming the bull. I'm reading this with you. Once caught, taming of the bull is achieved by the precision of meditative panoramic awareness and the sharp whip of transcendental knowledge. The bodhisattva has accomplished the transcendent acts and paramitas, not dwelling on anything. Anyway, I will continue to keep mudras in my classes. If you don't know, mudras are hand positions or gestures meant to create specific circuits of energy that help to achieve certain mental states, focuses, empower yourself. I'm looking for a book that really explains the science of them. I can find plenty of information on which mudra and how to hold your hands, but I can't quite figure out. It is. I can't quite figure out like I want to understand a little bit about the science behind it. Like what pressure points are we touching? Each of your finger pads is an element. Your thumb is fire, your first finger is air, your middle finger is space or ether, your ring finger is earth, and your pinky is water. So what is it about connecting either these points on our fingers or these elements that achieves these results that these mudras intend? I can't quite find the explanation I'm looking for. And, I'm not some great research person. It's not like I've looked everywhere, but I am hoping finally to find a book that gives a little bit more of an explanation for me. All right. Anyway, that's that. That's my haul for today. It's a pretty good haul. I'm pretty pleased with it. It's pretty. Oh, look, this sticker kind of fell apart. The haul is really representative of me, I feel. I'm so dedicated to my teaching. I'm so dedicated to being the best yoga teacher I can. I'm so dedicated to living more and more a more analog life, which is part of the having tangible media, including real books and DVDs. And it just kind of expresses where I am right now, which is kind of a little bit up in the air since I stopped teaching my in-person classes. Anyway, that's for another video. All right, my friends, I hope this isn't too bouncy. I'll take a look at it before I upload it and keep my fingers crossed. Until next time, bye-bye, everybody. See ya.